Hey guys, this is Comic Uno, and today I'm talking about The Flash, so let's talk about this episode. But before I start talking about this episode, just want to give you guys a couple updates. I do have my Kickstarter for Like Father, Like Daughter issue 4, so if you go check that out, that is annotated. Now we'll start talking about the episode of The Flash. So with this episode, we get to see the Iris storyline come to a head of Iris kind of exploding and telling her dad, "I'm gonna die," and Joe being a bit upset because no one told him. But now we have something that wasn't seen in the timeline where Iris is left unconscious by the villain of the week, which is very much just a villain of the week. I thought the villain could add a little bit more characterization, but he is just there to be a punching bag. But that's most of the villains for Flash and Arrow. But yeah, so Iris is unconscious, and we have a couple storylines that we're dealing with here. You know, Joe's reaction of the future of Iris. We have Wally trying to progress as a hero and figuring out his own identity as a hero. Barry kind of juggling everything around. He's not very much the main player here, but obviously he's the connective piece in this episode. And then also Caitlin dealing with her abilities. Of course, she's the key to help Iris in this episode. So in the end, they're able to save Iris. Wally's able to kind of figure out a bit more about his abilities. And now, of course, is the continuation of how are we going to save Iris storyline that's been going on for a couple episodes, which will probably go on until the end of the season. But then we have an epic ending where Jessie comes running in. If you don't know, Jessie's my favorite character on The Flash, even though she's a guest star. And she needs the team's help because the Earth 2 Harrison Wells has been kidnapped by Gorilla Grodd. So they're going to Gorilla City, and it looks like next 2 episodes are going to be a lot of fun with a lot of speedster fun, really. Our 3 main speedsters having to deal with Gorilla Grodd. That's gonna be epic. I am so excited for it. So, but I thought this was a good lead-in episode. This was a solid episode, even though there's some convenient things that happen, like I said, with the villain kind of just there as a pawn, and that was probably the most convenient thing that happened, was the pawn aspect of the episode that we've seen a lot throughout Flash and Arrow. And then I liked Caitlin's story, and I disliked it because I like they're exploring the Killer Frost stuff. I'm really enjoying that, but the Julius thing, where he, I like his character a lot, but it looks like there's romantic tension between Caitlin and Julius now, after Caitlin asks Julius for a drink, and that, or is it Julian? Julian or Julius? Maybe it's Julian. Julian, Tom Felton's character. So, I just don't like that every new character that shows up, Caitlin has romantic tension with, and I felt like we're so close to the end of season where we wouldn't have that. So that was the little thing I didn't like in this episode with Caitlin's story, but I do like it's her trying to control her Killer Frost powers, even if the way they're doing it is a bit repetitive. But I'm very happy they're keeping it aware, and Caitlin is having storyline, and I think the Killer Frost storyline is very interesting. And then, Joe was great, his reaction with Iris, and even his, I guess, how he has to compare Wally and Barry as Flash, and even though it's not like the team asking him to, but really the world, of saying, hey, you work with both these Flashes, who's better? So it's that's kind of this fun question that's put into the episode of who's the better Flash, who has more, control of their speed force, and they have a fun time using that element. It's not very, it's not competitive where Barry doesn't like Wally and Wally doesn't like Barry, but it's just fun. It's a fun comic book trope that's used in this episode. So that's pretty much what I want to say, is that it's a solid episode. I don't think it really blew my mind, but every storyline I enjoyed for the most part, and I had a fun time with the episode. But I do think this is more of a build-up, kind of filler episode as we lead into A, the musical episode, and B, the Gorilla City episode, which is going to be, I think, more plot-driven and maybe character-driven too. But those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of the episode. This is Comic Uno. There won't be an episode next week for Flash, so obviously I won't have a review, but then next week I will, because the show will return. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. This is Comic Uno. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Don't forget to like my Facebook page. Also, description below, there are links for my comic book, Like Father, Like Daughter. And don't forget to like the Facebook page of Like Father, Like Daughter. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.